Whoa. Yo. What is up, YouTube? My name is Albumski. Hi. That guy have a punch bow?
How's y'all guys' week been for real? Because I'm finally done with my college semester. I literally want to learn about all the big brain stuff that I haven't been able to, because you see, my brain, when I'm doing stuff, I only have enough effort to just barely get done with everything I have. Hopper. I'm definitely gonna lose whatever this is that I got. Ain't that a little bit unfair? No, I'm gonna switch back. Nah, but what I'm going to talk about is I got this crazy texture pack I'm working on. You ever played on all those viaversion servers, like the Mr. Epic server, where it's just like, where you can join on servers that are not the most recent version, but, you know, that are on an old version, but, oh yeah, I'm dead here. Holy bots. Is that bots, dog? Rip. I'm definitely losing this, champ. You See, if I'm gonna get this win streak, I gotta really act like how them diamonds do, for real. Which means cowardice. He's on my ween. Wink. Oh, he's getting launched forwards. I'm so bad, lol. Maybe. Hello, Boomski. Aw, rip. Rip. Oh, yeah, I'm dead, Chad. Yep. Good fight. Merry Christmas. I'm a loser. Dog. Okay, fine. Fine. Fan. Bro, that's... I accidentally flamed this guy. Not the fan. Rod spamming and running. Alright, I have to admit that's probably true. But I mean, if you've ever played Classic, then you know rod spamming while you're running is a tried and true method. But like deadass, look at this. I literally figured out how to backport 1.8 items. Sit block, if I can spell it right. There are a bunch of unused double slab textures. Oh, I don't even have the pack on. Whoops. Kablamo. That is unfinished. Look at this. Look at this. Magma block. Is this not peak? Is this peak? Is this peak or what? And no, it's not just these. I worked for like 20 hours, 40 hours, something amount of hours on this pack, and I had literally everything. Did you know that activated dispensers have unused block states? Or, I mean, they are used, but you don't actually need to use them, you know? You can just obfuscate them on the server side, I imagine. Why are you not active, bro? You're clearly triggered. Yeah, look at this. Look at all these block states. Some of the textures are still broken, but I'll fix that. You know what's my favorite item though? Respawn anchors. This will work for PvP. Can you believe it? You know you can kill the Ender Dragon with Ender Pearls. You know that, right? Look at this. But like even these textures. Like, look at this. Oh my gosh. Some unused block states are even easier to use. Like you see in farmland. There's so much unused farmland, it's crazy. Oh, I can't forget the big thing. Hey, you know how there's a bunch of Vine model versions that only exist when they spread out, like double-sided both sides? Well, I thought, what if a server just disabled Vine growing and instead used all those extra block states for something more important? Not the double set block, bro. This is not World Edit. Vine 3. It's literally 1.21. Kablamo. Boop, bap, bam. Kablamo. Sadly, you can't actually climb up these vines, but that's just the 1.21 the 1.8 limitation. I thought I'd turn kelp into a vine just because regular viaversion, they're normal plants, and that allows you to fly instantly to the bottom of the ocean, even though they're supposed to be waterlogged. So it'll just slow you down, you know, like, instead of falling straight through the ocean, you just go vine slowly down. And lastly, the greatest block to mankind. Snowy or snow. Sometimes I can alter the actual JSON file to get custom blocks, but other times I'm left to use Optifine CTM, which is a lot more limited when it comes to models. This is a CTM model. It's going to come up. Yeah, you see, I can't even at the top of the pot, unfortunately. but I did add a pretty accurate sniffer egg, including all its breaking variants. Oh, and also here's chorus fruit. It's a little chubby, but don't judge. Again, you're probably going to want to do this server side because you do not want snipper eggs to deal cactus damage. I was a bit limited when it came to block breaking speed because you can't actually use a texture pack to change the speed that you can break a block, but it was pretty cool though nonetheless. Some of these are pretty accurate. The wood blocks, it's all wood, it's basically the same. Look at this. This is amazing. Look at all these blocks. One thing I can't backport, or at least I'm really limited on, is all the slabs. I tried using daylight sensors, but daylight detectors actually do not let you go up a block. Look at this. You're stuck against the block. You can only go up from down, not up this layer. It's just too short. There's like 28 unused block states, and I haven't even used half of them so far. Give me some suggestions below. What are your favorite blocks? Oh, casually, these are the most impressive ones because I had to backport the freaking model. Look at that. That looks like an actual fireplace. And that looks like an actual shulker shrieker. I had to simplify the textures due to some opacity constraints. You see how the squiggly lines have full opacity even though they shouldn't? That is the problem. And if you think that's impressive, I'm also going to backport every single item down to their perfect model because that's something you can do with Optifine CTI, which is peak. What version do you think this is on? That's right, this Azalea is actually on 1.8. If you're wondering why all the trees are just moss, it's because I decided I would use the decay versions of leaves as a alternate texture. And then if I wanted, I could make a server obfuscate the actual color of leaves. One thing I couldn't alter was the color map for, you know, foliage and stuff. But I did find this neat little trick, which was when I was trying to place textures to replace the leaves, I would instead I would take into account the color overlay that's already applied and I can't remove, and then I would override it anyways, but I would make the actual texture inside of my texture pack way the other color so that when it came into contact with the automatic foliage overlay, it would end up converting it back into the original color. There's a lot of stuff that's basically identical to existing blocks, so I can basically overlay them. Like this block is supposed to be the same as this, so if I ever place this, the server can just convert this block into this block, you know what I mean, right? So I can instead use this for my own little thing. Kablam. Netherite block. This is supposed to be reinforced deep slate, but come on, this takes, you know, a million years. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of making freaking texture packs. I do not care. I don't think I can alter MBT data, but if I can, I could scan for the name copper chest name, and then I would be able to replace the texture with the copper chest texture. One thing I really got to figure out though is how viaversion is literally backporting the textures of Minecraft entities to 1.8. Like if you've ever joined a viaversion server, you'll see it, but it's crazy. I have to figure out how they're doing it, but also I also need to figure out how they're doing it just so that I can do it better, because some of their models are literally off sync. Like they're like half a pixel away from what they should be, which is really annoying. It's like you found the most impressive method of texture replacement of all time. No texture pack required, which is crazy. But you're literally gonna half-ass it, literally, like you're not even gonna have the textures aligned? Dog, like deadass. With my estimates, I believe I'm going to have basically every single block from up to 1.21 added to my texture packs to work for viaversion servers, except for slabs. Slabs will not work, simply because there's just too many of them. And there's not enough replacements for this version. Ignore the peculiar lake. I think I messed with like some color map because this is not the color it's supposed to be. But like, dog, I desperately need to find someone who actually makes texture packs, because I don't understand how any of this stuff works. Like, learning texture packs in 2025 is so learning texture packs in 2025 is so because literally no one is willing to teach anything. I have to rely on tutorials from like 2015 because no one gives a crap anymore. There's not even anyone in the community. Those texture pack help servers have absolutely no one actually answering and everyone asking. It's actually kind of crazy. I've had to learn this, just me and ChatGPT, for like 50 hours. Oh, speaking of that, there's one thing I did to my original texture pack that y'all are gonna want to see. Yo, so you see anything about all these textures in my inventory? You don't notice it? You don't notice it, right, Chad? Well, what makes all these textures similar is that they tend to, on the vanilla, skew one block down or one block up, you know? So what I did was, I moved them all a half pixel up so that they match perfectly in the middle. So now they perfectly align with everything else. Isn't that amazing? It is the ultimate OCD texture pack.